Witches Risings Collective. Welcome back to the channel. So y'all, I was trying to record outside because I love nature. I was into this message and my phone got overheated and it didn't save, but I still got breath in my lungs, cool, and I'm gonna get this message to the collective. Either way it go, okay? So I was hearing that song Jump In. Not Jump In. It's from the movie Jump In though. I used to watch it all the time on Disney Channel when I was a kid, okay? But I was hearing, be sure to stay true to yourself. Stop chasing dreams made for somebody else. Deep inside, there's a rhythm in you, confirmation. And it's true. You make me wanna jump to the rhythm and dance to the music. Okay, so that's definitely significant. I feel like it's so crazy because y'all was rolling. You hear me and that message got deleted. I was like, oh my God. I wanted to fucking scream, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to stay positive and maybe I just needed a different setting. Maybe y'all couldn't hear me all that good. You know, maybe it was something, okay? Divine intervention, 111. That's how I'm going to look at it, right? So a lot of you guys are finally getting out of the energy of trying to please others, okay? It's like, what is it that makes you happy? What is it that makes you light up inside? You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys could have dealt with people from like childhood, you know, trying to make you doubt yourself, not, you know, and maybe you had a lot of different dreams, okay? A lot of goals, confirmation, okay? That you gave up on because people didn't support you. I was definitely getting like singing, okay? Some of you guys could be music artists, okay? You had people in your life telling you, oh, you can't sing or you'll never be as big as this person. And you know what I'm saying? For some of you guys, it's fashion, you know? I was hearing fashionista, okay? A passion for fashion. All right. It's like people in your community could have always said, oh no, that person can't dress. You know, that person be looking a mess. And the next thing you know, you got people from the industry hitting you up trying to see like, yo, 222, what you charge? Like, can you be my stylist type shit? And I say that to say like, some people come into your life to do just that, to tear you down. You know what I'm saying? To make you feel like you aren't worthy enough of, you know, the goals and the passions, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're passionate about, people didn't want you to pursue it because they knew that you would be fulfilling your purpose. All right. So it's definitely like people did not want you to see your own worth, value. Okay. People wanted you to doubt yourself. They didn't want you to believe in your own gifts. All right. But you are someone who's very gifted, very beautiful energy. Cardinals could be significant. I was seeing a lot of different birds outside, dragonflies, okay? I feel like spirit wants you to jump in, all right? It's like, if you're not staying true to yourself, trying to please other people, then what are you doing in life? Yeah, growth. Growth can't happen until you expand your own consciousness, okay? So get out of that energy of doubt. Get out of that energy of feeling like you can't do something because people told you you can't make it up. Get out of that energy of doubt. Get out of that energy of fear of other people's judgment, you know? If it's something that makes you happy, if it's something that makes you want to do it again and again and again, why wouldn't you do it? Because that person said, oh, you're not good enough? Because that person said, oh, you ain't gonna never be as big as the singer Demi Lovato. You ain't gonna never be as good as Trey Songz. You ain't never gonna be as good as Christina Aguilera. I'm just throwing random people out there. You ain't never gonna make it as big as Rihanna, okay? Some of you guys rappers, okay? You know, you ain't never gonna be as big as Lil Wayne, Drake, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was your own family members, friends, cousins, you know, aunts, uncles, parents even, you know what I'm saying? Wanting you to look, friendship, wanting you to doubt yourself, okay? And for a lot of you guys, you definitely could have just shut down and stopped trying to pursue these dreams of yours. Spirit said, baby, jump in. Because if you don't jump in, then who gonna jump in? Can't nobody jump in for you. Can't nobody chase your dreams for you. And I don't even want to say chase your dreams. It's not that it's a bad, you know, I like the concept of it, but I feel like your dreams are chasing you. That's why you can't get that thought out of your head. That's why every time you give up on something, you go back to try that shit again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because that's your dream. Your dream is literally chasing you, you know, and until you act on it, it's never going to stop chasing you. Are you going to catch it? Are you going to catch it? Because it's chasing your ass. It's like, hey, remember me? Remember when we were just a little kid? Trust? When you used to just trust yourself and everything, and you knew that you had a lot of potential, and you know, when you just knew everything was possible, right? Except that your inner voice will always guide you correctly. This is why you can't shake that feeling. This is why you can't get out of your head about that thing. And I'm starting to feel kind of emotional. I don't know who this message is for, but whew. Nope, we ain't about to cry in this message. You could have felt very lonely. Okay, some of you guys, you were always very gifted as a child. You had people that didn't want you to see your own gifts and talents, empathy. I'm an empath, y'all, and I feel like maybe I'm picking up on another empath. A lot of people were envious of you from your youth. Your own friends, people who you thought had your best interests at heart. Some of y'all your own lovers, okay? And I'm going to get into that too because, you know, you could be in a relationship with somebody and that person, you know that person is not good for you, but because it's so familiar and because, oh, I've known this person for such a long time, sometimes that be the person that's, you know, really breaking you. You know what I'm saying? And I can speak on it because I was in a toxic relationship where that person would build me up just to tear me back down and do it all over again. And I got so accustomed to that shit that I actually thought that was love. You know what I mean? And this morning when I woke up, the song Speak by Jhené Aiko popped up on my phone, and it was 444 on the top of the screen when I saw. I don't know if it was like the views and the likes or whatever, but I saw 444. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is from Spirit. And when I listened to the song this morning, I went outside, as I always do. I like to get out into nature and I ground and I release. I had such a huge release where I just cried because I'm like, that person that I had in my life was, you know, they were a hindrance to my growth. You know what I'm saying? And not just my growth, but my self-love, you know, and I stopped appreciating the things that I once loved about myself. You know what I mean? Like I lost my way. And I feel like, you know, we do that. We're human. Okay. We're having this human experience, and sometimes we're going to lose our way. Okay. And that's normal. That's okay. But as long as you find yourself again. Okay. And that's what Nini is here to help the collective do. Okay. Find yourself again. Like, what is it that you like? What is it that you love? Okay, what is it that makes you feel good inside? What makes you happy? What makes your heart sing? Like, what is it? Okay, relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. All right, so definitely disconnecting from anybody who does not make you feel good, who doesn't uplift your spirits, who tries to fuck with your self-esteem. You know, people who tell you, "Oh no, girl, you can't do that," or "No, bro, like I don't know, that ain't the look for you. I don't see that for you." Like, what the fuck? Most High gave you the vision for yourself, and you gonna let a motherfucker tell you that you can't? You gonna let a motherfucker tell you that, oh, that's not for you? When God said it was. The Most High gave you a vision for yourself, and you mean to tell me because a motherfucker who don't know who the fuck they are can see that you have a lot of potential to be someone very successful, tell you that, oh, no, you can't do that. And maybe you are now recognizing that, yeah, these are the people who made you doubt yourself. Okay? By fucking with your self-esteem. Oh, that person can't sing. Okay, like, y'all, I'm going to just tell my story. Like, when I was a kid, right? I used to love fucking singing, and I let people silence me. Now, my grandparents, I used to sing for them all the time, and they would be like, "Oh my God, your voice is so beautiful." But my own parents, y'all, they killed my spark. They basically threw water on my fucking flame. Just, you know what I'm saying? They threw water on that shit, you know? And it's like, hearing people who you love tear down like your hopes, your dreams, your wishes and things like, and tell you like, oh, you'll never be able to do something, or you can't do something. Like, I became silent. Like, I used to sing all the time, and then I stopped singing. That's something that nobody would ever know about me, because my own parents will tell me, oh no, you can't sing, or you sound terrible, da 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 da. And it's so crazy because for a lot of us, it starts at home. And they don't realize that, let's just say, even if you can't fucking sing all that good, if singing makes your heart smile, if it make you happy, if that's your way of releasing, like, do it. You don't have to sound like Beyonce. You don't have to sound like fucking, Trey Songz. You don't, in one comparison, like, you don't gotta compare yourself to nobody because ain't nobody out here like you. And we're not meant to be like the next person. We're our own individuals. You know what I'm saying? And we're supposed to be authentic and truthful to ourselves, and so it could really start at a young age with the confirmation, just the insecurity and feeling like, you're not enough or you can't do something because that was stored in you from a small child. And maybe, they parents never corrected it. And so they passed that curse down to their children. And it's truly up to us whether we choose to keep doing that shit or we break them curses. Like, I don't give a fuck how terrible my kids sound, baby. You sang it, girl. Sang it, boy. You sound good. That makes all the more difference in the world to a kid. You know what I'm saying? 11:11 on my timer. So a lot of you guys, you could have dealt with that. And it's the reason I'm hearing why you doubt yourself so much as an adult. Confirmation. Never feeling enough, not feeling secure within yourself, within your thoughts, always feeling like you needed validation. You know what I'm saying? And it could have got, look, validate your past. Whew. Spirit talk through me. Ashe. Okay, you did the best you could. Feel and empathize with your past, but don't judge it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Forgive others. Forgive yourself. All right, Spirit, what else, please? Okay, ask your angels is here. Seek the divine. Your angels want to support you. Celebration. And they want you to release these doubts. These doubts are not your own. These are doubts that was projected. Okay, 12:12 on my timer. Okay, you've been here before. Trust yourself and believe in your own strength to your own life. These doubts were projected. And like I said, for a lot of you guys from youth, okay? And it's like you've always obsessed over not being good enough or not doing something perfectly. Baby, imperfection is a form of fucking perfection to me. Okay? Some of you guys, you need a social media detox. You could be comparing your life to, let me just say this. People are not going to keep it 100 about what they actually going through on social media. Their life is going to be so perfect and all butterflies and rainbows and golden and, trips and spa days. And no, ain't nobody about to tell you the real shit that they going through or the inner turmoil that they trying to fucking hide or how they trying to cope by using alcohol and substances every fucking day just to get up on social media in the morning and pretend like they got it all together. You know what I'm saying? So never judge your life based off of what somebody else is showing on fucking social media. Like, yo, you'll get there in due time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who that's for, but yeah, just take it how it resonates. You were born to stand out. And a lot of people knew this about you from youth, your family, your friends, strangers would see your light and try to dim it as a kid. And that shit could have followed you into your adulthood. You do not fit in. You're not meant to. You're born to stand out. Stand in your own power and be proud of your individuality, collective. Okay? Own that shit. Create a routine for yourself here. Okay? Having a routine helps you limit procrastination and it gives you structure. Okay? So if you want that thing so badly, you're going to have to put in the work for it. 1414, okay? Search that number. There may be a message in there for you, okay? Be serious about what it is that you want for yourself, okay? You can't trick nobody. You can't even trick you. I don't know, but I don't know who that's for. Like, you ain't tricking nobody but your fucking self. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want it, you got to go after it. Exercise. Some of you guys, you want to get back built. You want to get back in shape. Okay? Love yourself enough to exercise and enjoy the glow of good health. A lot of you guys, you need to get out into Mother Nature, meditate, quiet the mind, and let your soul speak. Let your higher self speak to you. But most of all, Love your own journey. Be open to the idea of loving you, even when everybody didn't want you to. Yeah, those people, they need some fucking shadow work. But it's truly up to you whether you heal or you choose to let that shit keep you stuck. Uncover every part of you that has been repressed and abandoned. Yeah, feeling alone, feeling like you weren't good enough, feeling like, you weren't capable of doing so many things just because the person told you that you wasn't. And it could have been like subliminal things that just stayed in your subconscious. And it's like you've been trying to fight those fucking demons. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of you guys coming out of that shit, and it's hard. It's like a battle, right? Because it's like, you so used to hearing negative shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to surround yourself with people who are going to uplift your spirits. Okay, sometimes, it's best to distance yourself from family members. Fuck, it ain't nothing to cut a friend off. Because if a friend showing me that they not a friend, bitch, I'm out of there, okay? I gotta go. All right, let's get some tarot. Okay. It was something I said earlier, and that's why I was so pissed off when the message didn't save, y'all. I was like, man, fuck. Some of y'all could be debating whether to get out of a toxic relationship. Some of y'all could be married, or, just you've been with this person for a long time. Okay? Because I'm seeing relationships out here. And in the other reading I did say a little bit more about my situation, my past situation, like just being with somebody who will, build you up, uplift you, and then tear you back down. And it's just a constant, like, repetitive fucking cycle, okay? It's just like that wheel just keeps, it's like a fucking hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? It just keeps going and going and going, and then it stops for a second, and then, you know what I'm saying? Confirmation. So it's like really and truly up to you. And this morning when I woke up after hearing that song, like I said, I had a huge release, because it's like, yo, I can actually get up in the morning times and sit with me and appreciate me for not only where I am today, but my journey, the things that I've learned. That person may have hurt me. They may have got people to go against me. Confirmation. That could be significant for y'all. Like, people will try to make you the villain because they don't want to look like they're the bad guy. And me getting out of my situation, if y'all been following me for a long time, I dealt with abuse. Not just physical, but mental, you know what I'm saying? Emotional abuse, and trying to look to that same person to love me when it just wasn't there. It became a toxic ass routine, like never knowing what I was going to get out of the situation. Okay, my bad, y'all, I'm back. But yeah, just being with somebody like that and hoping that one day you wake up and that person changes, and they never do, So like when I heard the song, it just put me in a place of so much peace. Like, I can finally breathe now. I don't have to worry about this person saying one day I'm beautiful and the next day they hate the way I look. You know what I'm saying? Or when they wanted something out of me. It's just very narcissistic energy, And it's like, sometimes people come into your life to teach you a lesson, and that definitely was one of those things for me. Like, and it taught me how to love myself more. Stop looking for love outside of you, because if you don't love you, then how can you expect anybody else to? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have a whole new appreciation for myself now and the things that I've been through. Okay, a person who loves you, they're not going to put their hands on you. A person who loves you, they're not going to tear you down. They're not going to try to knock your confidence. And it's like these narcissists, they do that to keep you stuck, to keep you feeling like you aren't enough, and a lot of the times they do that because they were programmed to feel that way about themselves, and that trauma could have been definitely in their household when they were young, and so they grow up and they become their fucking parents, unfortunately, not just to their own kids, but to anybody who they come into, a connection with, whether it's a friend, a lover, you know what I'm saying? They just don't know how to treat people because they're walking around with all of that hurt, But hey, we ain't sitting here to be nobody fucking punching bag. So I'm just here to tell you that it's possible. Yeah, R.I.P. transition. If it's no longer serving a purpose in your life, to dead that shit. Okay, let that shit go. You are getting ready to step into a lot of abundance. Your life is changing drastically, collective. Okay, jump in, boo. And when you jump in, you better not jump your ass out. Jump in, take that leap of faith. Some of you guys could be very intuitive. Okay, you could have been very gifted as a child, and you had people, afraid of your gifts, afraid of what you might uncover about them. And so, some of these people, they did work on you, voodoo. Okay. They went to practitioners on you. They did rituals on you every full moon so that you could not use your gifts. All right. Let's listen to Roll, Holy Spirit. We have relationship. Okay. And this is what I was saying in the last message. Okay. Before it deleted. If you watch the movie Jump In, this is a very old movie. Okay. That was on Disney Channel like way back in the day. Kiki, and I forgot the other guy's name, but it's like this, there's a person that's going to come into your life here to show you how good it feels to be you. Like, this person, they're going to admire and adore everything about you. For some of you guys, I'm definitely seeing like children. Okay, this is someone who is going to want to co-create. This is someone who you are going to build with. Okay, a very solid, a very firm foundation. Okay, and maybe this is someone who went through similar things as you, 2121. Okay, so that mirroring kind of energy. All right, commitment. I can't make it up. And guess what? This commitment is going to come with a lot of jealousy and envy. This could be a twin flame. Okay, because I'm hearing like your parents didn't necessarily have happiness with each other, or, some of these people are still in toxic connections and they haven't healed, so they can't find their person. It's like, because once you start to do the work, once you really start doing that shadow work, you start healing your those inner childhood wounds and things like that. Ultimately, you're going to come into union with somebody, like I said, 2121, that mirroring energy that we just saw. This could be a twin flame. Okay. Y'all both had to learn some of the same lessons. Y'all both had to go through some of the same situations, okay, as kids. We're feeling like you weren't enough. We're feeling like, always had people talking about you, gossiping about you. Shit would always get back to you, and it would really hurt your feelings because it's like, yo, I would never do that to that person, or I would never say that about that person. Three of Swords, you know what I'm saying? And you dealt with a lot of heartbreak, okay? When you were going through something, people always would try to kick you while you was down and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so you definitely deserve somebody who, they just get it. Y'all just get each other. Y'all just understand each other. And y'all gonna be able to spot out a false person like, whew, immediately. And let's just say y'all gonna have a kind of connection where, let's just say, you working with somebody, or, what I'm saying, somebody's trying to, work with you or whatever, your person may come to you and ask you like, oh, what do you think about this person? And vice versa. You be like, something not right about them, And it's the ancestors that's protecting this union, okay? A lot of jealous and envious family members, though, because they didn't have this kind of healing love. They trauma bonded and shit like that with each other. So, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let's get one more and then we're going to clarify. Okay. Entity attachment. See, those low vibrational ass people, y'all not going to be, the divine is not even going to allow anything to come in between this connection. Okay. Or anything that you got going for yourself for this matter. It's like, and I'm seeing somebody being so frustrated. Like, this could be a parental figure or just a family member, okay? Somebody is so used to being able to dictate things in your life. When you take control, it's going to irritate this person's demons. You're going to see a side to this person that you never saw before. But it's okay. It's meant for you to, because what's about to happen in your life is going to be so fucking beautiful. Okay? You healing is going to trigger a lot of people because they never wanted that for you. They wanted to keep you broken. They wanted to keep you hidden. They wanted you to stay small. They never wanted you to see your own value. They never wanted you to use your gifts. And they damn sure didn't want you to have a healthy commitment because, again, they ain't never had none of that shit. But they didn't work for it either. So this is why they've been throwing death magic since you were a fucking kid. Okay? Tell me about this relationship. I just saw the Divine Masculine card come through. So, yeah, you got a Divine Masculine coming into your life, Pooh. Okay? Tell me about this relationship. Holy Spirit. Ten of Cups. Period, baby. You're going to, like I said, you're going to co-create with this person. Some of you guys are going to have a daughter. Okay, a very beautiful family. All right. A very beautiful family you're going to have with this person. Okay. Y'all are going to create something very, very beautiful. All right. And it's going to make y'all both so happy. You and your person may be like the same height. Okay, divine feminine. You may be a little bit taller than your person, or your person may be a little bit taller than you. All right, is what I'm seeing on this card, but it works for y'all. Family, period. You're gonna have a very beautiful family with this person. Okay, so it may start off with a little girl, because this little girl look older than this boy right here. Okay, but there's another kid, so 2 kids with this person. Okay, my bad, y'all. I'm back. And the enemy tried to get in the way of this message. Okay, clarify commitment, Holy Spirit. Please and thank you. We got the food. Jump in. Somebody want to jump in with you. Okay. Somebody want to jump in with you. Yeah. Somebody want to take a leap of faith. Actual money, house. Okay. Divine masculine. So I don't know. But whoever this is that wants to offer you this commitment, I see you being very happy. Okay, we're making a move here, I'm hearing. King of Cups energy. Knight of Cups. Could be a water sign. Don't have to be, but this is just somebody who's very tapped in with their emotions. They know what they feel, and they want to go all the way. Okay? Clarify jealousy and envy. Look at that. Flying monkey. So this is someone who is recruiting other people to do their dirty work, okay? Confirmation. That's what this is about. Yeah, we got the 8 of Swords here. Confusion. It's giving motherfuckers is confused about you, what you got going on. Don't know your business, okay? A community of people, possibly. This could even be people in your community. Somebody in your community could be very jealous of you. Okay? Just recruiting other people to hate you because they haters. That's what haters do. All right, and I'm hearing birds of a feather flock together, okay? Up your protection, do some kind of protection ritual. Okay, especially around your home to keep people from coming to your house. Okay. Yeah, we got a child here in bondage. But whatever people said about you, okay, whatever they did to you as a child, it was to keep you stuck. All right, it was to keep you silenced, okay? You was never supposed to break free from this bondage. So yeah, it was supposed to keep you trapped, especially mentally, okay? The 8 of Swords is a lot of like mental conflict, okay? Twin flame. Ooh, self-love. Ooh, and evil eye. Damn. So yeah, this connection is gonna have a lot of jealous ass people. Okay, the fact that you are choosing self-love, the fact that you're healing and loving on yourself, okay? This is what's bringing in this twin flame union. And I feel like I said, you and your person are mirroring one another. So, yeah, this is why you and this person are getting ready to come together. A lot of people are going to be obsessing over this connection, all right? And it could be our family members, okay? Or this emotional manipulator from your past, okay? Entity attachment. Unbothered. Not people getting mad because I don't know, it's almost like whoever these low vibrational ass people are, your light irritate them, right? But you could see that they got demons, so you just don't pay that shit no mind. You be like, yeah, okay. Exit stage left around this bitch. And that be having people concerned, like, yo, like, how come I can't get a reaction out of this person? You just simply don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? not the way that you once did. Like, you don't care. You don't seek validation. You don't care about approval. You just simply don't care. Yeah, intuitive. Okay, you know what you know about a lot of people. You see it. Okay, and you don't see with these eyes. Okay, you see with that third eye. So you be seeing these entities for exactly who they are. Okay. All right. Any final messages, Spirit? We're going to get 2 from here. Close it out. Final messages. Please and thank you. Okay, we got business. Do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You got this. Confirmation, Pooh. Consider executive positions, becoming a CEO, or anything in the corporate world. And know that you have angelic help or whatever it is that you are trying to create here, okay? Elevate your awareness and think bigger if you want different results. We have the past trying to creep back up, okay? Something from the past is coming back, perhaps an old job or an unfinished project. And this can have something to do with a business here. So maybe people didn't support you, okay? But I'm seeing you being very comfortable with the way something is going to go, all right? You may not necessarily be rich, but you will be living a very comfortable life, all right? It's time you get out of the energy of settling, okay? You may have lost in the past, but just know anything that you invest in at this time, it is going to grow, okay? This is a great time to invest. Finances are looking good and growing. Set a strong foundation and you will see the fruits of your labor. So whatever this past idea or a project is, you need to definitely consider getting into it, okay? Even if it is odd, who the fuck cares? Okay, it may be odd to everybody else, but if you like it, I love it. Consider creating multiple streams of income. Second job, odd job, freedom is more important than financial security, collective. So y'all, like, share, and subscribe. Take it how it resonates. Yeah, don't pay attention to the gossip. Okay, and like I said in my last message, there's a way to make even gossip go in your favor. Listen to this.
Every time they speak my name, my blessings multiply. They gossip, I glow.
Period.
Every single damn time.
Every time. So yeah, y'all take that how it resonates. Every time they speak your name, every time they gossip, you fucking glow and you grow, collective. Namaste. I love you guys so much. Peace.